Hello everybody, this is Flights in Asia, and today's video is going to be a little bit different than my usual edited videos and more similar to the live stream I just did earlier this week. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out on the other part. So this video is going to be actually live recorded in real time, so there will be some mistakes and me just rambling a bit, so bear with me on it, and I think I'm going to try it out if this works much better than the editing and recording, because it does take time and there's so many news happening in real time related to the aviation industry as other countries and airlines are shutting down airline routes and quarantining people as they come in and out of countries due to this coronavirus outbreak. So this is more of a continuation from a discussion that from the first live stream, and this one I'll be focusing on some of the Southeast Asian countries that you don't normally get to hear about on the headline news like Reuters or the Associated Press. So let's get started. Actually, hope everybody's hope everybody's doing okay. This is not a really fun situation to be in right now, and everybody practice safe just social distancing, say. And all right, we'll get started here. Excuse my rambling. So the first topic that I'll be discussing has been Vietnam, and while Vietnam has not been actually been in the background of a lot of the news, there are some new airlines such as Vietnam Airlines and Bamboo Airways that have made some headlines, and I'll be showing you some headlines with them. Yeah, actually, Vietnam has had some. They've set up some requirements for the airlines. Some of them are including that passengers on flights inbound, I believe inbound to Vietnam, must wear a face mask, and the incoming travelers have to go through a 14-day quarantine. And then now we have here this headline from the VN Express. Vietnam Airlines suspending flights to France and Malaysia from starting March 18. Actually, that was about 3 days ago. Today is Saturday the 21st. This is going to go until the end of the month, and I think this is probably going to go longer depending on how long this whole quarantine of the world is going to take place. And again, Vietnam Airlines is requiring all their passengers to wear the face masks as well as the 14-day quarantine when they get to Vietnam. UK, Germany flight still ongoing. Let's see what else we got here. Just go ahead down here and we can take a look. And also another thing, so the state-owned carrier has been operating flights to and from Europe, but with extra precautions such as interviewing customers and measuring body temperature. This is not just Vietnam, it's other countries as well. And also, something to point out, we could see in the future some cuts in flights, as here it's quoted, the carrier is also considering cutting down flights to other Southeast Asian destinations depending on how the pandemic develops. I think it's gonna be really bad, and right now we're seeing a spike of cases in Malaysia and Singapore again, and Indonesia. So likely these are the countries that are gonna be in. Actually, Singapore, Malaysia's already been affected, so we're gonna probably see Singapore and Indonesian destinations from the airline, and more likely enough that the UK and Germany flights eventually get suspended sometime soon. We'll have to wait and see. The next airline will be Bamboo Airways, and this is straight out from their press release page. They're implementing a no meals and beverages on the flights. So this is like, keep in mind, this is a fresh, brand new startup airline that just started just less than a year ago. Actually, a little bit more than a year. I take it back. January 2019. So we'll go ahead and read this. According to the airline, we'll temporarily stop serving meals and start offering drinks for all domestic and international routes. Specifically for business class, temporarily stop providing fresh juices and detox drinks. Oh man, want some juice. It would be a great time to have some juices right now, especially in this kind of conditions. I don't know, not a medical expert, so go ahead and comment below if you have any ideas. Passengers will be served canned fruit juices, soft drinks. Okay, so juices, okay, I guess I take it back earlier. Soft drinks, beer, mineral water, tea, and coffee. And for economy class passengers, will be served bottled mineral water. So again, Vietnam Airlines and Bamboo Airways are basically following what the government is implementing. Actually, they're mandated to do so. So, and also this brings us into the next country actually, because there's other countries that their destinations might be. I'm not sure if Vietnam Bamboo Airways, what cities exactly do they have in Indonesia, because the next country right now, yeah, terrible terrible segue, but here we go. This headline from the Jakarta Post highlighting what's going on with Garuda Indonesia. They have some bonds from June 2015, and the amount is around 496 million US dollars. 496.8 million. Due to mature in June 3 with an annual return of 5.95%. So apparently again, since Garuda is a state-owned enterprise, Indonesia and a lot of industry is owned apparently by the government, or has to an extent. This is something that's really gonna heavily affect the interactions, especially Garuda has to have some approvals for what they need to do. So this is gonna impact their recovery down the road. So the Minister of the State-Owned Enterprises in Indonesia, Erick Thohir, I'm not sure how you spell that, or no, how do you pronounce that name, on Friday said that Garuda has been severely affected by the pandemic with no income from travels from Umrah, minor pilgrimage, as well as to and from Australia, which has closed its borders. Now, for a lot of these pilgrimage trips, especially for our Muslim friends and family who are among us, yeah, actually, there's a lot going on right now, and there's a few. I believe Indonesia had a gathering that was called off because of the concerns of the virus, and Australia, a big market for Garuda. And let's go see what else we got here. Here we go. Yeah, it's everybody's getting affected. So Indonesian Airlines and another Indonesian airline, actually the big one, the big low-cost airline, Lion Air, Malaysia, actually they suspended the flights to Malaysia as well, along similar to Bamboo Airways. Lion Air reeling from the 737 Max issues that they had, and that aircraft that went down last year. No, 2 year, almost October. No, not last year. October. I was thinking of Ethiopian here. Yeah. So we have Lion Air. They are gonna be suspending flights to Malaysia. We could see other destinations eventually. This is a big airline in terms of connecting Malaysia and Indonesia, and I think right now, so international flights will be suspended. Lion Air Group will continue its domestic flights within Malaysia and Indonesia. So, yeah, here we go. They're still going to be operating, but for the time being, I think this will change again, especially with the way the whole aviation industry has been shaped by this outbreak and this crisis. And I think another thing to point out, Lion Air has a planned IPO that they were going to do, but that has been called off. So here we go. Lion Air initial public offering on hold as global equity markets tumble, from Reuters. This was posted about 3 weeks ago. I think this is not going to happen this year unless they have confidence that it's gonna happen. Things are gonna settle down. This is something probably not gonna. I mean, I don't know. Comment down below if you really think this is gonna happen when everything recovers, or should they even pursue it? I think eventually they will. Maybe 2021. Just to be safe, I think they want a time when everything settles down and there isn't much of a crisis. So yeah, that's what's going on in Vietnam and Indonesia. The next country that I'm gonna be bringing up is actually a country I have never done any videos on. So if you have any topics, it's Brunei. And from the Borneo Bulletin, we have this article here from the Borneo Bulletin again. Royal Brunei revises reduced flights. So as expected, we're seeing a lot of reductions and a lot of flight suspensions. So right now, Royal Brunei between March and April will be having direct flights to these select cities such as London, Melbourne, Brisbane, Dubai, Bangkok, Jakarta, Hong Kong, Manila, Tokyo, and Surabaya. I'm not sure if it's Narita in Tokyo or Haneda that they serve. I believe it's Narita. And down below here, reading it down below, is they are going to continue some more flights to these select cities: Taipei, Bali, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, Kota Kinabalu, Kuching, Cebu, Tawau, and Sandakan between now until March 22, which is tomorrow. So these flights are probably going to be suspended, and these, I believe, these are very Taipei is managed to contain their situation. Taiwan, I mean Taiwan. Bali, tourist destination of Bali, getting hit hard for sure. And these are Kuala Lumpur, Kota Kinabalu, Kuching. I believe these are Malaysia. So yeah, a lot of Malaysian destinations. And this goes on, and new temporary flying program starting March 23 to Brunei, Singapore, Melbourne, Hong Kong, and Manila. I think these are very key cities, especially for connecting travel. Don't worry about the notifications. Singapore, Melbourne, Hong Kong, and Manila. These are, again, Singapore and Hong Kong. There's a lot of transcontinental flights, and I think that's for the connecting services. Melbourne, not sure, but I think most folks going out of Brunei and going to other destinations, and think maybe Australia is a big market. Comment down below again if there's anything about Royal Brunei that maybe hopefully I could do a video on them. Actually, that's something I think I should be doing. All right. So again, as usual, everybody's offering customer service notifications. Now we're going to Thailand, and Thai Airways has been highlighted throughout the last few years, has been struggling heavily, and this is probably not the greatest time for Thai Airways right now, given that they have been in talks with the government to secure aircraft, but those plans are on hold. And right now, again, now they're facing cancellation of flights. Apparently, the toll is 32 flights to 12 countries, and this is the list right now from, according to the Tiger. Pretty cool name, by the way. I like it. Folks from Thailand, comment. I mean, you're more than welcome. I like this. Select cities in Europe. Looks like Europe. I see Norway, Oslo, Norway, Moscow, Russia, Zurich, Vienna, Belgium, Paris, Frankfurt. We have Australia here, Melbourne. Melbourne seems to be getting hit though. It's from the other one, from the other notifications. Ho Chi Minh, Hanoi, Singapore, and we also have Karachi and Kathmandu. So these are from my immediate view. Cancellation until the end of March and into April. And we also have now here's another airline that probably we aren't really getting in the news a lot, and of course Lion Air's subsidiary in Thailand, the Thai Lion Air. This is from the Bangkok Post. They are gonna stop flying. Let's see. Let's go read this down. Thai Lion Air is preparing to suspend operations from March 25, saying it has been battered by the impact. Oh, okay. This is really bad. So the local affiliate of Indonesian budget carrier hopes to resume domestic and international services by May 1. Yeah, Thailand. In terms of Thailand, they're in Lion Air. You can see why Lion Air went into the market of Thailand, given that it's a very big market, big travel market. One especially in that area. and we also, man, let this sink in here. This again, Lion Air. We could see more suspensions from the group airlines. Source at the airline. So this is about the cabin crew and the pilots, I believe. A source at the airline said cabin crew who are still on probation had been terminated as the number of aircraft and staff. And this is not just Thai Lion Air. This is other airlines. I know there's reports from ANA that there's about 5,000 flight attendants that are being kind of laid off due to the fact that there isn't that many flights to work on. I think this is the same thing with Qantas. Especially now, and then you see the news on Cathay Pacific. It's like 96% Cathay Pacific is reducing their flights by that much. So they're only operating a bare bones flight schedule. So you can only imagine, like you see the pictures on the South China Morning Post of all the Cathay aircraft. Now I'm just rambling, but let's get back. Sorry about that. Cabin crew's last working date will be March 31st. However, the airline is keeping its pilots on payroll, but at a monthly salary of 40%, the source added. I think in terms of, that's a good thing for the pilots right now, but, this is the scary thing is that given that the financial situation of a lot of these airlines, we could be seeing some further cuts to salaries and more layoffs. This is not the end of it, and I think, the storm is just so... It's engulfing the whole aviation industry, and Southeast Asia is just starting to see the start of the outbreak in the area. Like you're seeing the rise of cases in these countries. Singapore was one of the first countries, but now we're seeing a rebound because now these are the imported cases, and then we're also going to have, I think Vietnam. I mean, I think they have less than 100, but I think this could change. Then we also have Brunei. I'm not sure what the reports are from them. Then you also have Thailand, Indonesia. Spikes in cases. Malaysia is the big one right now in Southeast Asia. And given the fact that that market, and to have all those flights, and again, I'm pretty sure that AirAsia is gonna. So, anyways, yeah, this is a very tough situation for everyone. I hope everybody's being safe right now. And I know the headlines are kind of depressing. I think 2 months from now. By the way, I'll be doing more live streaming. There's some good news in the aviation industry. I'll probably do some videos on those. And then right now, the updates, these coronavirus updates, they come in real time. So anyways, if you have made it this far, thank you all for watching, and be safe and have a great day.